You are watching our DSA in Java series, and this is the first problem that we are going to solve. So the problem that we are going to solve today is LeetCode problem number 1, and the problem is 2-sum. So 2-sum is a very classical problem, very easy level problem, one of the easiest problems on LeetCode. So in this video, we will first understand how we have to understand the problem, what are the steps that we have to take in order to solve a problem. So the first step is understanding the problem. We don't just have to jump into coding as soon as we get the problem. First, we understand the problem and then we finalize the approach. We try to find the approach, the way we have to solve it. And if the approach is right, then we start writing the code. So let's first read the problem statement and try to understand what the problem is so that we can, you know, discuss the solution, how we approach the solution. So first, let's read the problem statement. Given an array of integers nums. So an array of integers is given and the array of integers is nums and an integer target. So an integer named target is also given. Returned return indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. So basically we have, let me show you on a whiteboard. So we have an array of integers. All right, we have one, let's say 1, 5, 9, 11. This is an array of integers and it is nums, it is given. All right, and another integer is given and the name of that integer is target. So two things are given. What do we have to find? We have to find the indices. What do we have to find? Return indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. So what do we have to find? We have to find the indices of two numbers that add up to the target. So let's take the target to be, let's say if we take the target to be 14, all right, this is 14, the target is 14, we are taking an example, and we will try to find which two integers add up to 14 from this array. So if we try to add 1 and 5, the sum will be 6, which is not equals to the target. If we try to add 1 and 9, then the sum will be 10, which is again not equals to the target. If we again try to add 1 and 11, the sum will be 12. So again it is not equal to the target. Now if we try to add 5 and 9, so these two will sum up to 9 plus 5, 5 plus 9 is 14, and which is equal to the target. So in this case we have found the indices, or we have found the index of two numbers which add up to the target. So what do we have to return? We have to return the indices of two numbers. So basically we have to return the index of 5 here, this is the first number, and the index of 9. And how do we have to return? Let's see the example. It says input will be given like this, nums is this, and target will be given like this, and we have to return the output like this, 0 1. And here we can see the explanation as well, because nums of 0 plus nums of 1 equals to 9, we return 0 and 1. Let's discuss this problem. 2 7 11 and 15. All right, let me erase this. 2 7 11 and 15, and the target is 9. So let's change the target here to 9. So this is the array 2 7 11 and 15, and if we try to add all the integers, all the integers from different indices in this array. If we add the first two integers, 2 plus 7 will be 9. And is 9 equals to the target? Yes, 9 is equals to the target. So the sum of first two integers in this array adds up to the target. So we have found the solution, we have found the answer in the first try. Here, something more is written in the problem statement. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution. So if this is the input, we will have exactly one solution. So if we have already found the solution, which and you may not use the same element twice. Okay, and the condition is you don't have to use the same element. We cannot use the same 2 plus 2 or 7 plus 7. We cannot do that. You can return the answer in any order. Alright, if we change this example by a little bit, we will be able to formulate a way how we can approach the problem. So let's say if the target is 18, if we make this target 18, we will be able to understand how we can solve this problem. So to solve this problem, what we can do is we can have two pointers, and the pointers can be taken like this. So the first element, the 0th element will have the first pointer, which is I, and the next pointer will be I plus 1th element. So this is J, the second pointer. So we have these two pointers I and J. So we will try to add both the elements which are there at the pointers. So let's say if we add I and J here, what would be the output? The output would be 2 plus 7 equals to 9. Again, what we have to do, we have to increase the jth pointer. So we have to increase the j pointer by 1. If target is not equals to the sum, we will increase the j pointer. J will be increased here. We increment j by 1. So this is j is here. Now we will try to again add ith element and jth element. 2 plus 11 is 13. Is 13 equals to 18? No. So sum is not equal to target. So these are not our, solution. This is not the solution. Now j is here. J is here. Now we will again try to add ith element plus jth element. 2 plus 15 equals to 17, which is sum. So is sum equals to the target? No. Again no. Now this time we will increment the I pointer by 1. So I pointer will be here. I will be here. I will increase by 1, and j will start from ith index plus 1. So j will be here. J pointer is here. If we add the ith and jth pointer here, 7 plus 11 equals to 18. So is the sum equals to the target? Yes, we have the sum equals to the target. So we have found the two elements which sum up to the target. The answer is not the elements that add up to the target. The answer has to be an array of integers of the indices. We have to find the index of these two elements. So the index of, let's write it down here, the index 0, 1, 2 and 3. The index of 7 is 1, we return 1 here, and the index of 11 is 2. So this will be our answer. So how do we write the solution? How do we write the code? So to write the code, what we have to do, we will have two loops. One for loop will be there, which will start from I, and ith value will be 0. So I is equals to 0 is the starting point, which will go up to the length of the array minus 1. Again, we will have a for loop where j will start from I plus 1, I plus 1, and which will go up to length of the array minus 1 again. And then we will check. So now we have the solution in mind. Now we have the approach in mind, how we have to solve this problem. So without any further delay, let's get into the coding part. And this will be already given. This class name will already given. The method name is already given. The input is already given. Here we have nums, which is an array of integers, and the target. It's already given. What we have to do, we have to write the solution part. So first we will create an array of integers in which we will put the output. So let's create an array of integers named ans new int. So it has, the output has two elements. So we have created an array of two elements. Now we will have two for loops. One for loop will be for pointer I, and the next for loop will be for pointer j. So we will have a for loop for int I equals to 0. I pointer I will start from 0. It will go up to 1 less than the number of elements in the array nums. It will go up to I is less than nums dot length, 1 less than the number of elements in I plus plus. Now we will have another for loop which is for pointer j, int j equals to, j will start from I plus 1. So I plus 1, j is less than nums dot length j plus plus. Now what we have to do, we have to check if ith element and jth element sum up to the target or not. So how we will check? We will have a if case, if nums of I plus nums of j equals to target. If both sum up to the target, what we will do, we will put I and j in the answer. We have an array of integers named ans. So the 0th element will be I and the first element will be j. Now since we have found our answer, we will just break the loop because we do not need another answer. Here it is said that you may assume that each input would have exactly one solution. There is only one solution and we have found the solution, so we will break the loop and we will return the answer. Where we have to return? We have to return the answer outside this for loop. At the end of this, return answer. Let's run and check if it passes the test. Yeah, it has been accepted. All right, all the test cases have been passed, and we will just submit the problem, the solution I mean. So we have submitted the solution, and yeah, so we have solved this problem to sum from LeetCode, and I hope you were able to understand how we first understand the problem, then we try to figure out how we are going to solve it, we find an approach to the solution, and once we have found the approach which is convincing, which is right, then we start coding. We just don't have to jump into the coding part. I hope you liked solving this problem with me, and I expect that you will be maintaining the consistency, at least one problem every day, or if you are available you can solve two problems or three problems every day, but at least one problem you have to solve. So if you like this video, do subscribe to my channel, and do let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions, if you have any questions, any doubts. you can ask in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.